Alrighty. What's going on, everyone? This is it. Hail Mary season 2? Season 2022, maybe? I don't know how to call this, but...
Not season 22. Season 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 2022 season. That's why I was like, season 2022. That could be fun. Anyway. Yes, week 1 is in the books. We got a lot of shit to get through. What a fucking week of football. It's so great to have this sport back. My God.
Oh, so happy it's back.
So happy it's back. What's up, Lazy? What's up? Silent Mace in the building. How we doing? Silent Mace got his ass whooped this week in fantasy. Just saying.
Dude, let's not even talk about fan. I'm so mad about that right now. Oh man, I lost by like 2 or 3 points, man. 2 or 3. I was so close. It came down to last night's game.
I just want to point out how much of a homie Silent Mace is right now. Silent Mace lost to me in fantasy, his own league. And then, that team came to his town. And he still shows up to watch the show that he knows I'm about to talk about that team right there. And he's still showing up. That's a homie right there. LH, what's up? Blaze tons of games over the weekend. Yeah. But there has been tons of games. There's been teams that we thought were going to be something that aren't. There's been teams that we thought weren't going to be something that were. Somebody was right about a lot of things. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
That's
God,
it.
here we go. That head blowing up.
But I just want to say one more time, have y'all seen this yet? Isn't that nice? And Af wants to show something off too. Go ahead and show what you got.
Oh, yeah. My Buffalo Bills got to represent because they
Bills Mafia.
it.
Bills Mafia.
Yes, Bills Mafia. Stand up.
Okay, so another thing that's kind of cool is we're going to introduce a segment this time around. We're going to try to have a little bit more segments. We're going to just kind of we're going to try them here and there. This one might not stick around. Next week, Af might have one. Who knows? That one might be the most popular one on the show. Maybe she'll have 3 and I will have none. Who knows? We'll see. We're just going to brainstorm ideas. We're going to throw them at you, see what you guys like. Try to keep it fun and exciting. Eagles are undefeated. That is true. She going to jump through a table on the stream? Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Elbow drop. Oh. If I ever go to a game, I'll put pads on and everything, and then I want to jump through that table. WWE style.
So she's a wrestling fan on top of that? It's kind of why she gravitated towards the Bills. She was just like, oh, these are my people.
I want to Jeff Hardy that bitch.
Yeah, she is dying to get through a table.
He won't let me.
She's so fragile. But anyway, what a opening week of football. We have a couple of games that we can get to right now. We can just kind of talk about the week 1 scores here and just kind of go over a couple of them.
Oh, Blaze.
Like throwing a toddler on a table. He's right, though.
No, the question would be,
shit.
Hold on a second. Or not?
My bad. What's that?
It'd have to be a breakable table.
Oh, the table. Yeah. Tables, I mean, like the foldable ones, right? Like you just go towards the center and it just snaps in 2, right? Like that was the old wrestling trick, right?
Yeah, I think, like they're easy to break or, you know what I mean? Or whatnot.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get through some of these games. So shoot. How are we going to do this?
Let's start with the first game. Come on now.
Obviously the first game.
Let's talk about my Bills going up against the Super Bowl champs, the Rams, and how they destroyed them.
Okay, I know how I'm going to do this. No. You had every right to do everything you just did. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's do that. Let's go right into the reaction scene, right? With clips from every game. This is going to be, well, not every game, but a couple of games. A couple of games we want to talk about. Specifically, this one right here. My goodness, the Buffalo Bills going against the Super Bowl defending Los Angeles Rams. Thursday night game. This was the opening game of the season, and what a fucking doozy it was. Bills, holy Christ. I mean, I'm going to just say what I gotta say before she starts just gushing out of control, but the Bills I don't see anybody beating this team this year. This team is just unreal right now.
Look at Josh. Oh man, Josh Allen just.
It's really hard to make an argument for them. So a lot of times people say you don't really pick the obvious choice with the Super Bowl. Like if someone says in the beginning of the season, who do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl? It's not always going to be the obvious choice. It's not always going to be, Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs, obviously. it might be it this year, y'all. Like the Buffalo Bills might just be I don't see any reason against them being the choice for a Super Bowl team. This team is just crazy. But go ahead, you could say everything you want to say now.
Come on, can we talk about that one play? I know you might mention it later on, but come on, he gave the defensive player the hand and was like, "Talk to the hand, bitch." Like, come on now. When he was running the ball. Oh,
That is what we are going to call a coming soon. Can I just I'm so glad we stopped real quick. Can I just real quick? This is actually one that didn't make the final cut for a segment we're going to do here in a little bit. But this is one I was thinking about. I just want y'all to see my boy Von Miller, number 40, right here. I got a mouse. This is so cool. Number 40, Von Miller. They just picked him up in the offseason. Brand new player on the Buffalo Bills. Veteran player. This guy is a future Hall of Famer, no doubt. Watch what he does to this offensive lineman to get to the Super Bowl champion quarterback. We're going to go back a little bit. Watch number 40 right here. He manhandles this poor man. That is a pro athlete. And he didn't care. He just sacked him right through him. That was fucking wild. I seen that and I was just like, this man's almost retired and he's still making moves like that. That was just crazy. Not impactful enough to... Style. Oh man, that shit was crazy. I seen that. That was like the first sack of the night, and I seen that, and I was just like, man, that is definitely going on Hail Mary. So there's the spot. 4 turnovers there. Better teams might capitalize on that. I mean, that's true.
Missing piece. This is the missing Von Miller. I feel like is like a missing piece that we needed. That's gonna take us to that next level, which is going to the Super Bowl. You know. We can stop Patrick Mahomes when he's trying to throw for a touchdown, you know?
This year especially. I think the Buffalo Bills are definitely going after Mahomes this year because they got something to prove.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm biased because that's my team, but they are my team to win it all. And if I had tons of money, I would bet it all on the Bills to win it all. All right,
take it easy.
Come on, they're gonna see how it is like when you're talking about your Giants, okay?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But no, Mace does bring up a good point though. 4 turnovers, a better team might capitalize on that a little bit better. They did have some turnovers. There's one right there, as a matter of fact. Yeah, there was definitely some mistakes. I would go as far as saying that's just week 1 stuff. You know what I mean? Preseason really doesn't have an impact on these guys anymore because they hardly play at all. So when they get to week 1, there's still a bunch of like first game jitters. There's still just little stuff that they have to deal with. I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of that moving forward. But anyway, that's enough about the Bills. Let's move forward into the next game. Miami Dolphins at the Patriots. Or no, backwards. Patriots at the Dolphins at Miami. So I'm sorry, maybe I'm crazy, but everyone knows who the New England Patriots is, right? Like, I mean, obviously it's not the New England Patriots of yesteryear with Tom Brady and, you know, trying to go undefeated, just trying. Anyway, not that New England Patriots anymore. Now they are a new New England Patriots. They still have Bill Belichick, though. They have this rookie guy, Mac Jones, and he might be the future. Who knows? But he's still kind of young. He's still kind of new. But they're still the Patriots, right? Like, they're still Bill Belichick. They didn't quite make the playoffs last year, but they did all right. The Dolphins, that everyone expects them to be, they should be losing against these Patriots, right? Who was it that said the Dolphins were going to be good this year? Who was that again?
You said you did.
I said that? You're shitting me.
All right, come on now. We don't need your head to pop.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, that play. Hold up. Look at this. This man knocks it up and the other guy intercepts it. I mean, he just happened to be right place, right time. But this defensive back, like, that might have been pass interference now that I'm looking at it, but we won't dwell on it too much now that I look at it. But like, yeah, I don't know. These Dolphins look kind of crazy. These Dolphins look crazy. That's all I'm going to say. Week 1 stuff, like losing to the fucking Giants. Oh man. In a minute. Don't worry. I have plenty to say about that. Let's not waste time with
Miami,
the Dolphins
game. I do agree that I think they're gonna be nasty. They're gonna be nasty this year with Tyreek Hill, and I think they're gonna be a team to watch out for. They're not gonna win it all, but they're definitely gonna probably go to the playoffs, I believe.
That was my bold prediction that they were gonna make a deep run into the playoffs. Maybe not like win it all, like you're saying, but at least get past the first round. They're at least going to win a playoff game this year. That is my bold prediction at the beginning of the year. And it's already starting to shape out to that. I mean, look at this. He's Tyreek, he's going to do what he does. Just not to dwell on this, I'm going to leave the highlight reel in play for a minute. That's a bad look for him there. But also to point out, Baltimore was able to beat the Jets. I don't have the scores in front of me. No surprise there.
They're still going to be the worst team in football. Let's be
honest. The Jets are, you think?
Yeah, well, Zach Wilson is hurt. I don't know how long he's hurt for, but their quarterback is hurt for a while. So they have Joe Flacco playing right now for him. So yeah.
Excuse me, that is New Jersey legend Joe Flacco. I don't know if you're aware of this. Hold on. This is kind of cool. There's a little bit of DMG lore to Joe Flacco. Are you aware of this?
No.
There is a person in DMG that has caught a pass from Joe Flacco.
Really?
His name is Twisted Fresco. The blindest motherfucker in DMG caught a pass from Joe Flacco.
How? Like where? Like
Fresco's wife went to school, I think, with Joe Flacco or something like that. Joe Flacco's from Jersey. Yeah, he's from like around these parts. Yeah.
Well, Jonathan Taylor from the Indianapolis Colts, the running back, he's from only a place 15 minutes from my father's house. Not even. He's from Salem.
Another game that was kind of crazy. Saints and Falcons. We don't have any coverage on that. I didn't really feel a need to, but Saints came back and won against the Falcons. That was kind of crazy. 27-26 in the nail biter. Panthers could not beat the Browns. Baker Mayfield's revenge game. Couldn't pull it out. 26-24. Tried. Looked real good in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately the rest of the game, not so much. Which will bring us to...
You didn't miss much, beat up. Sorry. He said recap what he missed. You didn't miss much. Just going over the games. Bills
over Rams. New England lost to the Dolphins. Now we're going to talk about Blaze's team. Eagles and Lions. Man, what a friggin' game this was. I'll start off by saying that. This shocked the hell out of me.
I'm telling you, you talk about Miami. I'm saying that for Detroit, man. They played with such heart, and I love watching games like that. Like it just, you could just see how much they're like
they never gave up. Yep, they never gave up. Yeah, this was a good game to watch. So I mean, Lions came out swinging. They threw a gut punch that the Eagles I don't think were ready for or were expecting. Scored on their opening drive, I believe, and was just. It was kind of neck and neck the entire game. The Eagles pulled ahead a little bit, but every time they pull ahead, the Lions would start catching back up and say, hey, we're not done yet. And I mean, there's one of two things that can be taken away from this game. Number one, we can look at it as the Lions aren't who we thought they were, and they're actually going to be way better this year. Or we can look at the flip side of things, the side I'm clearly going to look at. The Eagles aren't who we thought they were, and they're not as good as everyone thinks they're going to be. I will say,
you know that, right?
Yeah, I know. It's wild to me. But I will say this. I mean, that play right there. Come on. If that doesn't say it all, I don't know what does. Jalen Hurts can run the ball. Jalen Hurts cannot throw the ball. They want to call Lamar Jackson a fucking running back. Holy shit. This guy, I don't know who the fuck he's throwing it to half the time.
Yeah, his throws are like wild. Like Carson Wentz throws better than him,
No shit. Jalen Hurts is a decent playmaker, though, and he can get out of situations.
You said it best. What did you say on Sunday? I'm trying to remember. Like you said it best.
So Jalen Hurts. I'll try to figure out what it was I said. The Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. He can elevate a bad team, but he can't elevate a good team. You know what I mean? Like if he goes to a bad team that just has nobody, no real stars, no real playmakers on the offense, he can show up and he can do exactly this. He can run the ball and get the first down when nobody's open or when he doesn't have a clear window to throw through. He can easily just make a play and get the 5-6 yards you need for that 2nd and 6 or that 3rd and 6. No problem. But when it comes to throwing to talent, like AJ Brown right here, you see that? Let me just, in case you didn't see it, let me play it again. Look at where he has to catch this ball. AJ Brown should not have to try to catch this on the damn shoestrings of his fucking floor. Look at this. He had to reach weight. Yeah, because he's AJ Brown. But I mean, at the end of the day,
I mean,
that should have been ahead of him. If that ball is ahead of him instead of behind him, that's a touchdown. Fuck a first down. That's a touchdown if that ball is thrown properly. But that's Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the Eagles pulled out the win. Very close game, nail biter of a game, some might even say, especially Eagles fans, because I don't think they expected to lose to the Lions. But it should have been easier for them, I think. I think for the Eagles, even with all the heart and all the Hard Knocks shows and whatever else you want to say about the Lions, I'm not trying to dog on the Lions here, but I'm just saying they put up much more of a fight than I anticipated them to put up against the Eagles, being the team that everyone claims they're to be. That's all I'm saying. I didn't see any kind of crazy leaps with the Lions team other than just they practice and they learn how to play better. That's it. I mean, anybody could do that, but there's still a ceiling on their level of skill cap. And they might be hitting it right now. But at the end of the day, the Eagles should be much better than that. And they're not. So, anyway, that's enough about that team. Let's go on to look at more of the scores here. Oh, I got a game to talk about real quick. Where the hell is that one? Oh, Christ. Did I not get it? I must not have. There was a fun one that I kind of wanted to get a little bit of clips of. It was the 49ers and Bears. I can't believe I didn't grab that one. It was a very, very wet game. It was just rain the entire time, like crazy amounts of rain, sheets of rain. Yeah, it was a very wet game. People were sliding all over the place. There was no real big story there. There was the teams I didn't think were anyone worth talking about, really. We'll see, obviously. But there was nothing you can really get from the game in terms of like how they're going to do neither, because there was so much rain. We'll never know if we're getting that same team again. You know what I mean? Because this is a wild card game, wild card team. We don't know who we're getting in these teams. And then they show up to a rainy game like that. We don't know how good they're actually going to be in a dry game, you know?
Shy. Thanks for
What's up, Shy? What's up, Shy? How are you, homie? Hope everything's good on your home. We are just getting into what else we got left here. So the Steelers beat the Bengals. That game was kind of crazy. A bunch of missed field goals in that one. One quick thing to talk about the Steelers and Bengals. What's that?
I said Cincinnati should have won that easily.
They really should have. Two things to talk about with that game. Number one, the Steelers got a lot of players hurt in that game. So they come out of that game with they might have won that game, but they're losing the war because they have a bunch of backups now for their team. And it's like, man, their star running back got hurt. Najee Harris is hurt. TJ Watt is hurt. Yeah. So, I mean, their best offensive player, their best defensive player, both taken out of the game. So that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough for the Steelers moving forward. They already were going to have a hard time. Now they're going to have an even worse time. So, but on top of that, the other thing to come out of that game, at the end of the game, Bengals lose. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow goes back to the locker room. Full gear, stares at his locker for hours. No words, doesn't say anything, just doesn't know what to do. Just sits there in full gear for hours staring at his locker. That man is going to go off on someone next week. Holy shit.
Remember, we just looked it up before we started.
I think it was some sort of America's team.
Oh, yeah, they go against Dallas. Oh, well, Dallas. We'll talk about that.
I just got 2 shots in my hand and 2 new braces. What the hell did you do now, Shy? Did you hurt yourself? Holy Christ.
I'm clumsy.
Yeah. So next up, let's talk about this one. The Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is an important one to talk about real quick. We won't dwell on this long.
Looked like garbage. This is the MVP for 2 years in a row. And in this game, he looked like complete garbage. They only scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Man, this is crazy. I know we already talked about the Miami thing, but didn't somebody say the Vikings were going to do real good this year too?
Oh, here we go. That's why his head's so big, guys, because, you know.
Didn't somebody say that? I swear. Who was that? Oh, that's right. It was me again. And didn't somebody say Green Bay wasn't going to be that good this year? Didn't somebody say that too? God damn. I'm just right all over the place today, ain't I?
You
No,
need to
Aaron
back
Rodgers looked like garbage. Aaron Rodgers didn't look good. I mean, he doesn't really have anyone to throw it to neither, but I'll tell you who did look good. Kirk Cousins. Whew,
Oh
that
yeah,
boy.
Kirk Cousins looked good. And come on, who leaves Jefferson open? Like he was wide open. Like there was nobody covering him.
Yeah.
Like he was just sitting there patiently waiting for the ball, like like
Look out for the
wild.
Vikings. Going to be a great game coming up Monday. Vikings and Eagles. I cannot wait for that one. That's going to be an absolute baller of a game. My homies were at this game. No shit. Were they Vikings fans or Packers fans? Because one side of that will tell a much different story than the other. It's carpal tunnel. I'm fucked. Shy. Do you just get carpal tunnel or have you always had it?
Isn't that when your hands like go numb?
I think they like cramp. I'm not really 100% sure. I don't know. Vikings fans. So the Vikings play the Eagles next week, dog. Isn't that your team? That might be something y'all might want to.
Do they play in? I think they play in Philly, right? Since Minnesota had a home game.
That sounds right.
Eagles were all. Yeah, so that sounds about right.
I want to see the Vikings take it to them, man. I really do. But we'll see. I had beginning issues in high school, but after I had my son, it just got worse. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully we can settle in for a nice episode of Hail Mary and all of your pain issues will go away. As this show really is the ultimate pain reliever, honestly. I mean, first of all, you get to hear my soothing voice and you get to look at this beautiful picture of a woman. Yeah. I mean,
I'm a hot mess today, guys. We're both came home right before this. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing my hair. What you see is what you get with me.
What she's trying to tell you is she looks that beautiful with absolutely no effort. That's what she's trying to tell you. Let's move on to the next game.
Trying to get laid tonight.
So we have my favorite game to talk about this week. Can you guess what it is? Look at my boy Danny Dimes just running all over the fucking place. You know who else ran all over the place? Saquon Barkley is back. Have I showed y'all this yet? Have I showed y'all
a lot of points in fantasy?
Skip. Have I showed y'all this yet? What up, Jonesy? Holy fuck. Skip. Base. Y'all don't know.
Sorry, Mace. Oh, man. You guys should have won that game. You guys should have won that game, Silent Mace.
Silent Mace is an old homie of mine. He's from the Countdown to Geektown crew. He used to do some stuff with Side Splitters and shit like that. But he is a Tennessee Titans fan. I'm a New York Giants fan. And we had a whole lot to talk about that day.
It's wild to me that you're both your teams. Like, so he's a Tennessee Titans fan. You're a Giants fan. And then you guys played each other in fantasy.
And he lost twice. He lost twice that day. That's all that means. In Sunday's loss, the Titans ran 19 plays on 3rd down in less than 5. Derrick Henry got the ball on 2 of those plays. 18 of Henry's 21 carries came on 1st and 10. So, okay, yeah. You guys have the same problem we had last year. You have an offensive coordinator that goes 1st down, run the ball. 2nd down, we'll run the ball. 3rd down, oh no, we'll throw the ball. No one will see that coming. You don't say. Oh, man, but I'll say this much. When y'all did run Derrick Henry, he didn't get very far. As a matter of fact, there's a play coming up later on I want you to see specifically. We're not going to show it here. That's an upcoming segment. But let me just gush about my Giants real quick. Hold up. So first of all, Saquon Barkley is fucking back, y'all. This man... We're not there yet. If you're looking at the highlights so far, you're looking carnage. I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything good about the Giants, dog. It's 0-7. It's about to be 10-7. It's going to be 17 to nothing, or 10 to nothing. It's going to be 17 to nothing by the end of it. Yeah. So like, when the second half kicks in, I don't know what the fuck was said to this team at halftime by the coach, but somebody listened. Here's a little glimpse of what you get right here.
Wait, let's just tell everybody, where did your coach come from?
I'm not even going to stop there. I'm going to tell everybody exactly where the whole organization came from.
Well, yeah, where did your whole organization come from?
The offensive coordinator, the fucking lineman coach, the fucking general manager, all old Bills members. Every single last one of them. Bills. Everyone came from the Bills. We took half the motherfucking Bills coaching staff. And here's the best part. Someone else got the other half, and they're the much worse half. Someone's having a horrible time with them. We got the much better one. I see that on Reddit today. It was cracking me up. But let's see here. They need to fire our OC. Barkley looked good. Barkley looked fucking great. We're going to just fast forward to the second half real quick because
he's definitely playing like he knows he's playing for a contract. He's like,
here we go. Here we
My
go.
contract's up.
Here's the run. First run out of halftime. Let's do this. Get off me. Look at him go. Good. Have I showed y'all this yet?
What about that pass to Sterling Shepard?
Oh, fuck. That's in the next drive. So they'll score a touchdown here. Then the next drive, they throw the pass to Sterling Shepard.
Just nasty with it.
Absolutely no fear. Playing like he fucking has something to prove, like you said. And it's just, we haven't seen this since his rookie year. I'm very excited about it. I was saying in the beginning of the year, I hope to at least see 6 to 8 wins. I'd have been happy with, but I can almost guarantee 6 to 8 wins at this point.
Do you think you're going to win the division?
I'm not going to go crazy and say that. No. I don't care about that. Look, here it goes. Here goes the dime to Sterling Shepard. Actually, it wasn't a dime. He could have threw that a little bit better and it would have been better. But touchdown's a touchdown, right? Yeah, the play calling looked better. Just overall, this team just looked so much fucking better. Holy shit. We looked like a competent football team again. It was unreal. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a sports show if we didn't talk about the one play that every single fucking sports show talked about with this game. That's another cool thing. Richie James, rookie wide receiver, he looked really good in this game. So that was cool to see. We're going to skip through all of this. We're going to go right to, how about this one? The punt. They muffed the punt. This is I think what led to us winning the game, right? No, this is still wrong. Hold on. That means nothing. Never mind. End of the game. Here we go. We scored a touchdown. The go-ahead touchdown to tie things up. And then from that, we go, fuck it. Let's not tie things up. We're going to go for 2. Brian DeBalls fucking goes for 2.
He knew that
Saquon,
prior to
gets
that,
it, and just...
It's wild.
The whole game on the line right there. Fuck it. Let's not even wait. And you know what he knew? I'll tell you what he knew. He watched Giants football before. He knew we were going to go to overtime and just fucking blow it. That's the Giants way. So he was like, we're going to get ahead of that. Fuck that. And then, of course, the Titans come right down the field, almost fucking get it. And they couldn't quite kick the field goal. We're going to make Mace watch this one last time.
Sorry, Mace. I know this has to be...
Big hold there. I don't want to hear that.
Let me ask you, Mace. So how do you feel about Tannehill? Do you feel like they should have got rid of him last season and got a new quarterback? Are you for Tannehill? Because I know a lot of fans that are like a lot of people that are Tennessee Titan fans, and they're like mixed. Like some people love him, and then other people are like, "Oh, we should have got rid of him." You know.
We're gonna move forward as he's typing that up. So Tannehill played good. Yeah, he did.
You were pissed at him for that game last year where he threw like what in the playoffs he threw what 4 or 5 interceptions or something like that.
We ain't talking about last year. Why are you bringing up old shit? We don't want to hear that. That's old teams. So next up we got the Bucks and the Cowboys. We got to move forward because we still got a segment to cover. Bucks and Cowboys. There's not a whole lot to talk about with this game. The Cowboys looked absolutely horrible. I mean,
they did. They looked bad even before the injury took place. They where was their offense? Did they have one? Was it like?
Yeah, it seemed like they just weren't doing anything right that game. The Bucks did look good, yeah. The Cowboys did not. Unfortunately, Cowboys just kind of like stunk to bed the entire time. And honestly, the Bucks could have looked better. They didn't really play the great. It was more of the defense that looked good than anything. The Bucks showed that they have a fucking nice defense this year. I'll say that.
Can I say something? Like, I just want to say something. I think, and people might not like me for saying this, or I think Ezekiel Elliott is so overrated.
Oh yeah,
so overrated. Oh,
that's not that crazy of a take. That's not that crazy of a take. He was good when the offensive line was good. That's it. But I mean, you can put anything.
He sucked last year. He sucked this year. Like I don't know. I feel like he's overrated. People.
So the big story to come out of this. 2 things. Number 1, Tom Brady's still undefeated against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys is the only team in the entire NFL, and that includes the New England Patriots. Only team in the NFL to not beat Tom Brady. Still to this very day. And now if Tom Brady retires, they'll never have a chance again. So that's fun. Also, Dak Prescott hurt his throwing. Is it his throwing thumb?
Yeah, so it was his throwing thumb. Like he thought he locked it, but I guess he hit a helmet and he fractured it, so he couldn't grip the ball to throw it.
I got you.
You need to be able to grip the ball when you're a quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't know where the fuck she was about to take that one, Blaze.
So they said that They said I heard today on Good Morning Football that they're saying Jerry Jones is saying he's a fast healer, and they expect him back in like 4 weeks.
Jerry
But
Jones says
Texas
that about every fucking
saying
injury. Holy shit.
it's 6 weeks usually.
Yeah, we're
With
gonna
it.
say
So
minimum 8. I'm gonna say minimum 8. So yeah, Dallas lost not only the game, but their spirit, their team, their quarterback. Like, oh man, Dallas is not. Look at this, and that's with a heel. That's with a healthy quarterback. That's with a Dak Prescott. He still wasn't good. Healthy Prescott wasn't that good, so they don't even have anything to look forward to when he comes back.
did I miss
Anyway,
something? Where did you think what was I gonna take on a whole other level? I'm sorry, I just read that comment.
a fast healer motherfucker has senzu beans. Yo, Jerry Jones says some crazy shit sometimes. So anyway, last game that we're going to touch on here is the game that played last night. I think this is a great one to talk about. The big storyline going into the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks game was Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, probably future MVP candidate, came from Seattle Seahawks. This is his first year not playing for the Seahawks and instead playing for the Denver Broncos even. Acquired him in a trade in the offseason, so this was the revenge game to end all revenge games. Not to mention, Seattle Seahawks were kind of being taken as the easy team this year. This everyone was kind of going into this year going, Seahawks probably going to be the worst team in the NFL. There's really no one on that team. Their starting quarterback is Geno Smith.
They forgot about DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I mean, he has weapons, but it's still Geno Smith. And, they
Yeah.
don't really have much of a defense. There was a lot that was being said about the Seahawks. Flip side of that, going into this game, going into week 1, going into the season, everyone was saying that the Broncos were possible Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah.
So you take a Super Bowl contender with a new quarterback and the worst team in the NFL with a team that the quarterback just came from. You would think the Super Bowl contender with the brand new quarterback would go to that town and be like, let me show y'all who the fuck I am and who you guys aren't without me. But that didn't happen. None of that happened. The opposite happened. Russell Wilson showed up with the Denver Broncos and was just like, I don't remember how to fucking play football, y'all. And on top of that, I'm playing for an incompetent coach because the fucking play calling, the time management, the clock management at the end of the game, absolutely atrocious. I don't know if you've seen this. This was kind of late last night. Did you by any chance catch the end of the game, or did you see anything that happened at the end of this game?
I just seen that they kicked a field goal with 40, I think it was like 40 seconds left on the clock. They could have easily tried to go for a touchdown or at least get that first down. They could have had a couple plays out of that.
Yeah, exactly. So Blaze says, I don't know. I think Russ is yikes. Remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's a good point. I mean, he had a couple Super Bowl appearances, a win.
People say, like, so people have been saying, and what I've been watching is, like, so he has the Super Bowl win and everything like that, but ever since he got with Sierra, it was like cursed. Like, he went Hollywood.
Everybody always wants to say that dumb shit, though. They said the same thing about Tony Romo. They say that about everybody.
With Jessica Simpson.
Dennis Rodman back with Madonna. Like, they always want to talk shit. As soon as somebody starts dating a celebrity or something.
You always have to blame it on the women. Why is that?
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Man. Some people are sexist. Blame it on the women.
You could also make fun of, I think it's Serena Williams that's married to the owner of Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what a weirdo that is.
No, Snapchat. He's the owner of Snapchat, I thought.
Well, he was one of the original starters of Reddit.
Okay, I gotcha.
Trade all those first and pay Russell $250 million and try to kick a 64-yarders after you see him miss after the timeout. Right? Oh my God. Yes, Mace. Yes, exactly. Like that is exactly. Can we fast forward to that real quick? Because then we got to get into a segment y'all are going to fucking love. So.
And that's why they didn't make it.
Look at this. This play ends. Pay attention to the clock. There's a minute left. The last play just ended. It's now 4th and 5. This is 20 seconds left. They had all 3 timeouts. 20 seconds left when they finally attempt their 4th and 5. And they miss it. It's a field goal that they miss. And like May said, they had all this time to do another play. They had all this time to do 2 more fucking plays.
They still had all the timeouts. No,
it was 5 yards. You have one of the best quarterbacks to get 5 yards. Like, this is the guy that's going to get you 5 yards.
Come on now.
Like, I mean, between him, the tight end's decent. Like, everyone over there is decent. There's no reason this man right here shouldn't have gotten that 5 yards. And the fact that they didn't trust him to get it That coaching staff, oh man, I don't know what the fuck they're doing
Geno
over
Smith,
there, but they need
though.
to figure
He's
things out.
he's been in the league for a decade and stuff, so I mean, he deserves to be a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what it's time for, don't you?
Oh,
Do you know what it's time for?
what is it?
First
What
of
is?
all, it's time for none other than what are we calling this segment? We don't have a working. We
I
have a
thought
working title. Go ahead.
I thought it was
Not what you said. I'm gonna use that for something else. But we're gonna
okay.
call it just like the top 3 carnage of the week. Yeah, maybe top 3 carnage
Well, he's
hits.
still working with it. He's still tweaking it.
We're working on it. Something to do with the top 3 fucking brutal hits of the week. All right. I want to see a little bit of fucking wham bam. Thank you. Fucking get on the back, man, because this is like, I got nothing better to say than that. That was the best I got right now. But anyway, this isn't even one of the 3. I just want to bring this one up real quick. This is a runner up. This isn't even one of the 3 because most of my plays are going to be defensive based, but this one, offense or not, I had to put it on there. This is a necessity. Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. I want y'all to see this shit real quick. He's running for the first down. Get the fuck off me. This is a quarterback. This man committed murder. Look at this. This is a quarterback, and he is going up against a defender designed to tackle that very thing. And he said, nah, you ain't doing that. I'm going to get this fucking yard. Holy fucking shit. That is wild. I mean, you see that shit with Derrick Henry's. You see that shit with Saquon Barkley's. I'll say that too right now. Yes. You do not see that shit with fucking Michael Vick didn't even used to do that, y'all. He would just juke him. He would never. That wasn't something runners do. This is a Cam Newton fucking move. This is a prime Cam Newton move. I've not seen a big-bodied quarterback like that. It was better than Henry did it, yawn.
He's a
I love
quarterback.
it. I fucking love
Henry's
it.
job
That's
is
all.
to run.
So okay.
Quarterback.
On to the top 3. On to the top 3 hits of the week.
My quarterback. Sorry.
Number 3. Jaguars and Commanders. By the way, Washington Commanders, shout outs to them. They won their very first game as the Washington Commanders. Washington Commander. Boom! Get that fucking ball out your hands. Good Lord. I love how they slow it down too. I don't even know the player names. I don't give a fuck. I see this and was like, this is going on the show. God damn. Just one more time. Nah, you ain't keeping that. Good Lord. Okay, so that one, I seen that and was just like, holy shit, that's going on the show, obviously. But it is the Washington Commanders, or division rivals. We can't talk about them long. What we can talk about, though.
They don't look bad, I have to say. Commanders don't look
too terrible. They look better than this next team I'm about to talk about. No, we'll save that for this next team. So, while I won't like to encourage talking about how good the NFC East rivals did, I will encourage about how good they did too. So in other words, watch this here. Now this opening play, we're going to kind of fast forward through this part because a lot of this doesn't matter right here. The play was happening, whatever. Here's what matters. I'm going to break this down for y'all real quick. We have number 7 right here. This is Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is a running back, okay? He is a veteran running back. I don't know how old he is. He's in his 30s. It doesn't matter. He's older than most people would want as a starting running back. I don't even think he might be a starter. Not important. Tom Brady made it a point to go get Leonard Fournette. A lot of people might look at that and go, why the fuck would Tom Brady try to assemble this crew of almost retired guys in Tampa Bay? He ain't winning with these old ass men. He's the only one that could do this. That's not why he got Leonard Fournette. Tom Brady said, I can throw the fucking ball. I don't need you to run it. What I need you to do is make sure I can throw the ball. And he's going to go out and get a veteran halfback to do some shit like this. Get the fuck off my quarterback, bitch. Where you going? That is a hell of a block from a fucking running back. Watch again.
Are they the only team that
explodes them. Get the fuck off my guy. No, they're not the only team to do that. It's a good thing to have. A lot of people, especially
like the shoulder.
Yeah, especially in this kind of game, the way that the meta, if you will, has kind of shifted toward the game is now. Running backs are kind of almost needed to be that guy to block, but a lot of them just want to be that fast guy. They don't want to block. You need to be a good blocking running back to make it in the NFL these days because there's just too many high passing offenses to not. You got to make that opening block so your quarterback gets any kind of, blind coverage he's not seeing, whatever, you got him. And if there's no one there, you kind of get out and you take the check down pass. That's it. But Leonard Fournette played this position perfectly. And that's all we got to say about that right now. Now, I had to say the best for last, right? And I hope I hope Mace is still yawning about his boy, Derrick Henry, doing it better. Because I'm going to show you who did it better than Derrick Henry. And what better way to show it than it happening to Derrick Henry? This man got put on his fucking back. Shut up, Henry. You ain't stiff arming nobody around here. Good Lord. Just look at this. It lifted him. Up aired him. Just get the fuck back. Oh my God, it was great. Anyway. That's my 3 pick. I get a little excited about that. The Giants look good, y'all. That was gnarly. I feel it.
Yeah, you should have seen, like, he was like all like standing up watching just with his hands crossed, like just like so excited when they finally won.
I have not felt that way about fucking Giants football in like 6 years, like at least 5. It's been a long time since I've been able to just laser focus on a game like that and be like, oh my God, we might actually fucking win this game. This is unreal. Especially with a season opener. We have not won a season opener in 6 years. It has been 6 years since the Giants have even had a winning record. 1-0 means 1 win, 0 losses. That's the first time in 6 years that the Giants have had more wins than losses. Do you understand that? That is huge.
The little
fuck. It is the little things. Absolutely, it's the little things. But unfortunately, like most awesome things, big or little, we have to come to an end here. And we're not going to run away just yet, but we are going to go to the final scene here and just give some last minute thoughts on what we thought of this week and what we have to look forward to next week. So you wanna start off with anything else?
What are we looking forward to next week?
What did you like the most out of this week that we haven't covered yet? Any last minute things you want to touch on?
I just, the red zone, watching the red zone, and watching that first block of games and it coming to an end. And then it's just like teams that were losing the entire game, making a comeback. And then all of a sudden, nobody could kick. I don't know if anybody was watching the games, the 1:00 games, but when it got to the fourth quarter and it came down to game-winning field goals, not one kicker could make a damn kick. Like,
that's true. We didn't touch on that, but that is 100% true. I think we're watching the birth of a brand new segment that I don't know why I didn't think of. Afton's final thought, like fucking Jerry Springer back in the day.
No, that was it Jerry Springer or Maury?
Yeah, it was Jerry's final thought because he would always try to like be some. You just had like hookers beating each other up over a meth head, and now he tried to be serious, like take care of yourselves and each other. Have a good day.
Yep. Okay. That's what we'll do. We'll have Afton's final thought.
Afton's final thought. I love it. Giants suck. Whatever, Blaze. Whatever, dog. But no, that's a good point that Af brought up. So a lot of kickers missed a lot of fucking easy, extra points, game-winning field goals, 20, 30 yards away, chip shot shit that these guys should make. We have
a tie in the first week. Like,
week 1, the Houston Texans and and the Colts, right? Houston Texans and the Colts. And it was a division game. It was a division rivalry game.
Oh, it does say it on the top. It says it on the top of where Carnage.
What can I do, man? You did this, not me. You did this. And just so everyone knows, this is an actual play. You can't see my mouse anymore, but this over
the X's and O's over me.
The X's and O's above Sweet Aries there. That's an actual play that me and Blaze concocted up. But yeah, so anyway, fucking week 1, what a week. I had so much fun. You know what else was fun? Just a little side note I want to point out. Me and Af have a bit of a ritual when we sit down to watch Red Zone on Sundays. And so for those unfamiliar, Red Zone comes on every Sunday during the NFL season, and it's
right.
All the 1:00 games, or excuse me, all the early games and all the late games. I can't say 1 or 4 o'clock because y'all have different time zones, but all the early games, all the late games, all of them played at the same time, like a mosaic style kind of thing. Whenever a team is in the red zone, they cut to that team, to that game, and you watch them, right? So there's no commercials, there's no breaks, there's no interruptions. It's just all football all day. And there's a saying that the announcer said. The announcer is fucking great. The announcer is way beyond.
Hansen, I think his name is.
Yeah, Sky Hansen. He is fucking phenomenal at what he does. And like
right before. Last week, when they were fucking up.
Oh yeah, when his crew was fucking up, he just starts yelling at him. Come on, guys, what are you doing? I need this game, not this one. So First of all, me and Af simp over him, obviously. But on top of that, like leading up to there's no better way to say it. Leading up to the games, like when he finally gets all the games kicked off for the first set of games, he says this one phrase that me and Af literally jumped up and got excited for when he said it this time. He goes, as we watch 7 hours of commercial-free football starts now. And he just
gets so excited.
He gets real excited, real into it and everything. Yo, we've had such a good time with that fucking shit week 1. Oh, man. We had like this big old smorgasbord. Oh, man. It was a good time.
I put it on here for you guys.
AFC South had no winners, and 2 of them played each other. That's a good point. So AFC South, 4 teams in the division. All 4 of those teams did not win a game. They came out of week 1, no wins. 2 of those teams were playing against each other, and neither one of them won. It was a tie game. So all 4 teams go into week 2 winless. Wild. Fucking wild. Speaking of week 2. Yeah, it is. Speaking of week 2, though, there's a couple key games I want to point out. Number 1, real quick, what are a couple words on the Dolphins and Ravens? Anything about that? I feel like that's going to be a crazy game right there.
Because you have both of them playing for contract. Like Tua's trying to get his contract and prove himself, and then you have Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson. Like he's like, okay, I'm showing you how good I am. You know, like it's wild. I think I'm gonna take Miami.
That's a tough one to take. I would go Baltimore on that one. As much as I want to see Miami win, I think you know what I hope. Oh man, I don't even want to say. You know what? I'm not going to say shit. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. That's a good game to watch for. Giants and Panthers. Y'all know I'm going to be paying attention to that one. I'm going to be watching that one. That's a chance for the Giants. Go ahead.
We didn't really say we didn't touch base on it. So the Panthers.
I talked about it a little bit with the Baker Mayfield thing. I did talk about it a little bit.
I mean, like how he used to play for the Browns, and then he went to the Panthers, and then how he lost that game, and at the end, you could just I wanted to shed a tear for him because he looked so heartbroken and so defeated when they cut to him, and he lost. I
believe Blaze's kid says it best: "Get good." Anyway,
get good, Baker.
Giants and Panthers. We might be able to beat Baker Mayfield. And he used to talk shit about Daniel Jones when Daniel Jones had his rookie year. So fuck Baker Mayfield. I hope the Giants stomp a mud hole on his ass.
Could beat him easily.
Moving on.
Interesting, Christian McCaffrey versus Saquon Barkley.
That's a great point. Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, 2 potential running backs that have such an incredibly high ceiling, but we never get to see them reach it because they always get riddled with injuries. Holy shit, this is the injury bowl, y'all. There's going to be 3,000 rushing yards between the 2 of them in one game unless one of them gets injured. Let's not even say that. Other games to look for. Bengals and Cowboys. That's going to be a great one. Bengals and Cowboys.
Joe Burrow sitting in that corner staring at the wall. He's coming back. He's going to murder the Cowboys.
Silent Mace, you shut your mouth right now. Do you understand me? You do not say such things. You do not put that curse on my team.
Horrible.
So anyway, yeah, so Bengals and Cowboys, man. I feel bad for Cowboys fans. No, I don't. Bengals are going to smoke the Cowboys that game. Holy shit. Raiders and Cardinals. I want everyone to pay attention to the Cardinals and Raiders game. I think that's going to be a crazy good game. No one's going to see that coming. They're both 0-1.
They're both 0-1, yeah.
They both got a lot to prove. That's going to be a fun game. Then the last 2 games I'm going to point out are there's 2 Monday night games this week, y'all. So the first one's going to be, Silent Mace, the Tennessee Titans at the Buffalo Bills. Good Lord. If you thought seeing...
It's going to be 0-2. Sorry, buddy.
If you thought red and blue was already too much to watch when they did it to you, wait till you see what happens when the Bills do it to you. Good Lord.
They have PTSD because it's the same colors.
Oh, fuck. Everyone said the same thing last year, too, Afton.
But Josh Allen played not so well the first season of
first 2 seasons, really.
The first beginning of the season last year. But then once he clicked,
yeah. There was something that just kind of woke up in that team. Once they got a fire sparked underneath them, that shit would not get put out until that one dreadful game. And Von Miller.
Up. I think he's just so positive. He just lifts everyone up.
Von Miller by himself elevated that entire fucking defense. That is without a doubt. That defense looked on another level.
Don't get me wrong,
Absolutely.
they have, Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald's always so serious all the time, but, like, Vaughn, he wears his heart on his sleeve and just puts it
Mm-hmm.
all in, and,
Mm-hmm.
like, he did it, you've seen it when he played for the Broncos. Like, he just elevates the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be a good one to watch. And the last one I'll say to watch out for is the Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles on the second Monday night game. That is going to be a game to
Oh.
watch because it's a lot of shit's going to be proven that night. Either that game's going to be a shootout or somebody's going to get exposed, I think. We'll see who it's going to
I
be.
think too, another game you didn't mention that I think is gonna be a really good game to watch, and it's a division game, will be the Chiefs versus the Chargers.
Oh, shit. How did I miss that one? That is a good one to watch.
That's gonna be a real good one to watch.
Oh, that's the Thursday night game. That's why I missed it. The Thursday night
Mhm.
game's going to be a good one, too.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Chiefs. It's going to be the Chargers at the Chiefs. Yeah. Both
Because
going
the
into
Chargers
it
played
1-0,
really
feeling pretty
well.
good about themselves. Yep, absolutely.
They played
Absolutely.
Justin Herbert looks like he looks so good.
Return to form, absolutely. Well, that's 59 minutes. Damn, we can't get closer to an hour than that. Fuck, we did good this week. Not
We
bad
did
for
good.
week one coming back, huh? I already got a raid target,
Enjoyed
everything.
it.
Yeah, that's gonna the rest we're just gonna have to leave into fate's
That would be
hand. I mean,
wild, Silent Mace, if you play me next week. And it's
that
both
would be
our
pretty
teams.
funny.
It's
That would be
funny.
pretty funny. But all that's left to do here, y'all, is send y'all out with a raid, and we have one queued up right now. It is Elder Mohawk. He's playing some Overwatch, one of the DMG homies.
Wow,
Make
he's
sure to
still
go say
going.
what's up with him. Yeah. He's been going for almost 5 hours now.
Well, thank you guys
Uh,
so much. It's been awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in, and can't wait for next week.
Hell yeah. Well said, Af. This was super fun, Blaze. I fucking love the fact that you guys come in here and hang out. You know, honestly, we really try to make this very digestible for people that are both really into football and also for people that are just like kind of fair weather fans, kind of casual about things. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. I'm cool with it. You know, we're trying to make this nice, happy balance so that everyone can enjoy what we're talking about. And I think so far we're kind of doing a good job with it, but
A
we'll see
sweet
moving
Aries
forward.
emote.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't
I,
even know
I
how to do
agree. We need an AF emote for the Discord for sure.
that.
That's something we got to talk to Blaze about. But we'll see moving forward. Anyway, y'all, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Peace. We love you guys. We'll be back next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern, with week 2 coverage. Until then, y'all.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.
We should come up with a fun saying or something to end the shows out with.
Is that it? Okay, yeah.